rhyme, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shits, Articulation, subscribe,
Really, man. Wow. Those are, yeah, I mean, they're. Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Universe 2-pack set on not Marvel Universe figures, but the 3 3/4-inch Marvel Legends Series Shocker and Spider-Man. If you're trying to get your Marvel Universe or 3 3/4-inch Marvel Legends Series figures, you can get them.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So I actually did pick these up at Target, and I am very excited for this 2-pack set for this Spider-Man figure right here. On the side of the packaging, you can see the Shocker right there. And then on the back, you can see a product shot of both figures. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, pause it now. And then also available is the Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man and Vulture 2-pack, which I also picked up. And then on the side right there, we get the Spidey, which very much looks like McFarlane's Spidey eyes to me. Anyway, let's get to it and crack these things open. And here's Spider-Man and Shocker out of the packaging. And I gotta ask you guys, if you know of any cool display flight stands for 3 3/4-inch scale figures, can you please let me know? I mean, I like the Mafex stands. I use those a lot, but I don't know. I just feel like there should be a better stand out there for the 4-inch figures. But anyway, looking at these two right here, I love this Spider-Man figure. I'm very, very happy to finally have this Spider-Man figure with this body mold, with the red and blue. I'm very happy for that. The Shocker, not happy. Nope, not very happy with that, but at least the Spider-Man is cool. Anyway, let's take a closer look at the Shocker figure, and then we'll get a closer look at Spidey. So looking closely at the Shocker figure right here, I mean, the head sculpt looks okay. It does look like he has a wicked underbite under that mask, though, but, you know, it's a decent head sculpt. I think it has been reused. I can't say off the top of my head exactly from what, but I'm pretty sure this has been used from other figures from the past. I definitely know that the body mold right here has been used before, though. So, yeah, there's the cross-hatching, and we get the checker pattern going throughout. And then you could see we get some, you know, fairly decent sculpted detail with the muscles and everything. It kind of flattens out right here on the sides, though. Then he does have the Thunderbolts logo, so I guess this is a good guy version of Shocker. And I do like the silver paint. The silver paint does look nice on this. Looks pretty cool. I do like how the gauntlets came out right here, so that's pretty sweet. Kind of interesting seeing silver right there in the inside of the hinge, so I think that's just paint that bled over. I don't know for sure, but you can see a little bit of extra brown paint right over there. Got a little sloppy. And then right over here on the knuckles, you can see that. Always liked it when he had the bands going around the fist right here, but it looks like this version doesn't have that. Then looking at the waist right there, you know, there's not a whole lot going on. It's just, yeah, it's just a lot of deco, but it's fairly clean deco. You could see some of the lines right here going over the brown again, but it doesn't look really bad or anything. It's like all the yellow is covered by the correct lines that are supposed to be there. So, yep, he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And just getting a quick look at the back of the figure right here, it looks fairly solid. But what's not solid is the articulation. Oh no, I do not like it. His head doesn't really move up. That frustrates me. You could pop the head off and try to half it on there, you know, so you can get him doing that, which I did before with some pictures and trying to shake, you know, so it will stay on there, but it's still not ideal. He can look down just a tiny bit. You get side-to-side movement and a little bit of head pivot right there. Shoulders move outward just that much. They move down that much all the way. You can rotate these 360. You get an elbow hinge right here, does not meet 90 degrees, and you get a swivel and there's no wrist articulation. Absolutely zero torso articulation. Hip joints move outward that much, and then he does kick forward that much and not back at all. He kind of wiggles right over here at the hip, but I don't know, I still don't really like that joint very much. I wish there was a thigh cut. Then he has the double jointed knees that only bend in that far, and then his ankles do move down, they do move up, and he does have ankle pivot. So I love this Spider-Man figure. I think it's great, but just now, looking at it through this viewfinder and noticing some very fine details here that could have been done a little bit better, but for the most part, the eyes do look good. My problem with is the cobwebbing pattern right here. As you can see, there's these two lines that are parallel with each other as they run through the back of the mask. Well, I guess not perfectly side by side here, but on the front, you know, they're right next to each other, and they should be, you know, coming into a point in the center of the mask. Plus, this whole portion right over here looks a little sloppy, and this could have been done a little bit better as far as the deco goes. But again, not until looking at it very closely did I notice these problems. Other than that, I think the head sculpt looks great, and I really like it, you know, especially with the white in the eyes right there. It looks really good. Maybe a little fuzzy on this side, but not enough to really bother me a lot. And then looking on the back right over here, the musculature looks really good. We've seen this body mold with the Daredevil figure and many other figures, and I just think it's a great body mold. I do think the Spider logo came out looking really good on the back. I mean, you can see just a tiny dot of blue peeping through right there, but other than that, it looks okay. Now, the deco on the arm right here, this is just way too thick. This band should be much thinner. It takes up half the arm, and it shouldn't take up that much of the arm. It should really only just be a little stripe right over here. But it's really not, you know, the biggest deal in the world, man. It's still a good figure. Now you get a whipping hand on the right side over here, and then you get a fisted hand on this left side. I guess I could have added a little bit more black paint right there, but it doesn't bother me that much. And then we have some nice cobwebbing going throughout on the lower torso and everything. And I like the color choice of the blue, too. Very nice color blue on this figure. The legs look great over here. I'm digging it, man. Very solid Spidey figure for the most part, you know. It does have his little problems and stuff, but it's really good. I like it. So looking at the articulation of this guy, you can move his head all the way up. We get the disc hinge right there, and it looks great. Also, we get some nice cobwebbing paint right in there. Okay, I should zoom in on that, but yeah. See, you can see the little line coming through. It doesn't make it all the way down to the bottom. And you can't really see the cobweb pattern so much on the back, but they did add some paint in there, you know, so it could match up. You can also get the figure's head to look all the way down, and you do get side-to-side movement over here, and not a whole lot of head pivot, just a little bit though. Shoulders can move all the way up like that, which is great, and they move downward this much. You can rotate 360 degrees. You get a bicep swivel right here. You get a single jointed elbow that does bend in more than 90 degrees, and you do get a wrist swivel. I really wish he had a wrist hinge. We get a swivel only on this side too. A hinge would have been really nice, but at least it swivels. Compared to the Shocker, it does not swivel at all. We get the diaphragm joint that turns side to side right here. You get a little bit of diaphragm pivot. It does crunch forward that much and back that much. We get a great waist swivel right here. Then his hip joints move outward this far, and he does kick forward this much, not back so much. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. We get calf rotation. Then the ankles move down, up, and he has great ankle pivot. Now seeing these figures side by side, you can see they're about the same height, but Spidey does look a little bit taller. Anyway, you can see that Spider-Man is standing at about 4¼ inches tall, and then Shocker just a little bit less. Now comparing Shocker to a couple other Marvel Universe figures, we have one of the first Marvel Universe figures to come out from the line, which is Electro right over here. Then we have one of our most recent ones, the Sandman figure. And just looking at this guy, comparing these two right here, you're getting a lot more articulation with this one. I mean, we don't have ankle pivot, but we do get the wrist swivels, where this one doesn't have that. Plus we have the torso articulation, and way more paint apps. The paint apps on this guy look great. And looking at this, I'm not a big fan of this Sandman figure right over here. And then here's our new Spider-Man figure compared to a bunch of other Spideys. And up until now, this has been my favorite red and blue comic version of Spider-Man. And you can see that he is sorely out of scale and just not nearly as articulated as this one. Well, kind of close, but yeah, this one's definitely best, I think. I also like this one right over here. And this guy kind of, I don't know, I just feel like compared to all of these other Spider-Man figures, this one definitely has the most articulation. I really like the Scarlet Spider figure, but that one does not have ankle pivot. You know I love my ankle pivot. And then comparing this new Spider-Man figure to a couple other Spidey figures that do have ankle pivot, we have the inverted Future Foundation Spider-Man, and then we have the Spider-Man Noir. Both of these are great figures. This is the only other, well, aside from the regular Future Foundation version, which I have stored away somewhere, this is the same exact body mold as this one right here. The Noir is totally different, but yeah, all three of these have a great amount of articulation. Then here's our new 3¾ inch scale comic Spidey compared to our recently released Homecoming 3¾ inch figure. And while I like both of these, I do like this comic version more. And then here's the new Spidey figure next to the little big time letdown Spider-Man. Little Spider-Man party, yeah!
Hey brother, hey brother, hey brother, hey brother, hey brother, hey.
And then here's looking at the figures with the Marvel Legends Shocker effects added to this Marvel Universe Shocker, and it actually looks pretty good, right? They're pretty large, but I like that. I think that looks pretty nice. So that does up the value of the figure a little bit for me, you know, that you can do that. One thing I do need to mention with the Spider-Man figure is while I really do like it a lot, I do feel the limitations of the poses that I can get him in. Just due to this whipping hand being stuck on the right side, that can be frustrating for me a little bit. So I wish that we had interchangeable hands with these smaller figures. That would be really cool, but I don't know, man. We don't even have hinges on these wrists, so I really don't think that's likely to happen anytime in the near future. But anyway, I do like this set. I do think it's worth picking up if you're trying to pick up a lot of Spider-Man villains for your 3 3/4 inch collection, because he's definitely a staple villain, and I like having the Shocker added to all the villains that I have. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of the figures, let me know what you think of the review. If you want to subscribe and see more Shartimus Prime videos, please hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell if you haven't already, just so you know immediately when the next Shartimus Prime video is posted. If you want to see a photo gallery of images, it'll be over at marvelousnews.com. And I want to thank all the people that support this YouTube channel. Your guys' support is very much appreciated. And if you want to follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, you can find them all in the links in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
We're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said we're shot.